We're back.
We got fat. I'm sorry for the shitty audio quality. I promise instead of spending time up here running tests and troubleshooting, I'm either going to just wait until we buy new microphones or just finally get that.
It's funny.
Faithful nerd.
I can tell that you were just editing though, because it's been the same audio quality forever, and now you're like, sorry about the audio quality. Like clearly you're just listening to.
Well, listen. The hardest part about editing our show is just making it through.
Yeah, dude.
We say a lot of stupid crap that doesn't mean anything.
Well, the other thing is like I heard this comedian talking about like. He said somebody, like one of his fellow comedians was like, would you pay to see your show, like if you weren't you? And he was like, no. And he was like, then I realized I had to change. And I'm like, yeah, but what kind of psycho would you be if you really were like, I'd pay to see me?
No, any great artist, they never want to experience their work at all.
And this might just suck, but there's really no way to know.
What kind of band is like lifting weights, listening to their music?
Yeah,
exactly. This shit is awesome.
That brings me to another thought that I had recently. Male porn stars. Do you think they ever jerk off?
No, I could not imagine.
Because what's left?
Unless,
and then they're just watching. First of all, they know all the behind the scenes, and then they also are just completely drained at all times. And then they go home and they watch their coworkers.
But they're also into that weird.
That kind of sounds hot, actually.
Yeah, well, I think they might be, because they're also. I feel like. You know when you're trying to find a video and they do like the interviews?
Yeah.
And then you actually listen to them talk and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're spiritual.
Yeah, they're all like every girl I've met at some party that's on Molly that's like, oh, let me check your chakras. It's like, oh, you're like a porn star.
So I could see them being into like NoFap.
That would be hilarious if they held it down like that.
Community.
Yeah, they're like, actually, that's a sin. Did you
stay strong, brother?
Yeah, that's their religion. They're like, that's a sin to jack off at home.
I remember when I was living in the city, I wasn't even 21 yet, and this is when I first downloaded...
the city of Rochester?
Oh, yeah, this is when I first downloaded Tinder, and I was going to meet this girl in her dorm or whatever, and my...
co-eds.
My roommate was like, dude, you gotta jerk off before, trust me. And I was like, okay. And then when I got there, I like just had I had nothing in the tank.
That's funny because
I was like, that was a terrible idea.
I know that theory. I've heard that theory so many times, and I get the idea of it, but it's like, yeah, but I still do need that motivation to be around somebody, because even if they are cool, even if the girl is really cool, you don't know her, so you do still need the background noise of like, I am trying to get some here. Like, it doesn't matter if you're like, you don't want to be a psycho, but you do need the it's God's way of making us leave our house, otherwise we'd just be like, I'll just hang with the boys.
Porn stars, think about it, they have the ultimate memory bank.
Yeah. But and also, if they're like, was it as good as I remember? They can just look it up and be like, oh yeah, it was. I threw it down.
Wait, where were we? Yeah. This comes back to like, I wouldn't watch myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that was, all right, yeah. Full circle back to what we were talking about. Yeah, it's like crazy.
That's like what American Psycho.
Yeah, watching yourself do anything, dude. Like, so I've forced myself to be more disciplined with like writing comedy lately, and I've realized like I sat down to write yesterday and today, and both times I was like, the only thing I need to listen to my last set. Because I've done everything else, I've like come up with new premises.
You always record audio?
I've recorded literally every one of my sets ever. I've listened to two. I'm not kidding.
Well, first of all, good for you for recording them. I had no idea you recorded all of them.
Oh yeah, dude. I recorded.
I didn't know that was a thing that you did.
Every open mic, honestly 90% of it is just to see how long I went.
Yeah.
But in my head, well, because the sets I haven't recorded are the only times I've wanted to listen back, and then I record almost every set, and I've genuinely never listened back to a single one.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah, that was the end.
One of my proudest moments. Oh shit! Why did I say real quick when I went full fucking dumbass? Can I
look? You said let me interrupt when I was done, and then you're like, actually, I don't know.
No. What I was saying is, I did it exactly 4 minutes one time.
Oh yeah.
The host wanted to see if any of us could get 4 minutes
dot?
Right on the second.
That's a great host move to be like. There's a prize if you just do your actual time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the whole thing. She was like, I'm tired of people going long.
Yeah.
If I don't know what we got, like a muffin or some coffee or some bullshit, but it's like and I was the one who got it, and I was like, yes, I feel like
format. That is well. I have noticed that in life, I know like my laundry is an hour. Like the cycle, so I'll set a timer and then I'll just like carry on, and then I'll be like, I bet it's about to be done, and I'll look at my phone and there's 30 seconds left, and I'm like, that's got to be from just like I know how time works.
You know what's so crazy is when you're just watching like interviews and like watching stand up, and because in your high school you haven't done it yet. They talk about how important it is to have your timing right when you're on like late night shows or whatever. And you're like, oh my god, I have to do exactly 5 minutes. But they make it easy for you, I feel like. Yeah,
well, and I feel like if you're doing that,
they kind of tell you what to. Because
I think the band just starts playing.
Yeah, I think that they go over all your jokes that you're gonna do.
Yeah, you have to write out word for word.
So it's not like you're up there like it's just like with no game plan at all.
Right, but what would be embarrassing is if you went up there with like a 5-minute set and then nobody laughed, so it was actually 2.5 minutes.
Oh yeah,
which that's happened to me at like real shows where I like write out. Actually, the opposite. I'm not trying to act like I'm a cool guy, but I had a set on Thursday and I was supposed to do 20 to 25, and I had like a bunch of new jokes, so I didn't know exactly how long they were, but I like wrote it out and I was like, all right, this should be about 20 minutes, and then I got off stage and it was 30 minutes, and I felt like such an asshole. But it's not because of people laughing. You forget that you're also gonna like just talk.
Yeah,
like I didn't just do joke. I started talking like it, and then I just, hey, there's a hot bartender. How the hell are you?
Yeah. Hey, I know that for sure. Well, I have such stage fright that.
Do you really? If I had to guess who has the least stage fright that I know, it would be you.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember before we really knew each other.
No, it's the Jerry Seinfeld where I don't want to talk to any of you.
Oh, I won't talk to any of you, but I'll talk to all of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the opposite of stage fright, though, because that means when you get off stage, you're like,
it's just like taking a shit.
Yeah,
you know what? You take a shit and you stare at it, and you're like, okay. All right.
I don't really get it, but I love it. Stage fright is like taking a shit.
No,
you stare
no. Public doing like a public speech.
Oh, okay.
Like any sort of like public speaking.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like
Do you have this where people, because you do stand up, they're like, oh, John will like give a speech about or like weddings that I've been to, people are like, oh yeah, you're probably not worried about it. I'm like, the difference between if I go do a show, like a stand up show, first of all, most of the time I don't know a single person in the audience, and I can talk about anything I want, and I know like, all right, I can cross the line, not even saying like edgy, just like, oh, I'm talking about dirty stuff and they hate it. Yeah. Then I just go home. Yeah. But if you're at like, if you're giving like a speech anywhere, or like I gave a speech at my grandma's funeral, and I'm like, yeah, they don't know my relationship with my grandma. Are there any single
ladies in the audience?
Yeah, you can't just say whatever you want.
Yeah.
And that's stand up. You get very used to being like, oh, I'm a dumbass. Like, I can say whatever. I'm just being a loosey. And then you have to, like, talk about love. You
kind of have to be a narcissist to write a good speech.
Yeah. You have to be a psycho.
Like, think about it. Like, politicians are narcissists, right?
Yeah.
So they always try to have, like, these incredible speeches where they win people over. You're like, they're going to love this shit.
Right. But they're not counting on going off script at all. Maybe Trump might do that, but most politicians are like, I'm going to say the words on the screen.
Yeah.
Where we're kind of like, if I think of something, I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
But you can't do that at a wedding. People start getting mad. They go, our daughter's here. She's 10.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, for real. Like, good speeches are only in no child weddings.
Yes, yeah.
Which, dragging a kid around everywhere you have to go, think about that. Think about if you had to bring a kid everywhere that you went.
Dude, this is all I've been thinking about, because I'm getting to the age with me and my girlfriend where it's like, we either have to get rich to have a kid or just do it now, because we either have to, like, do IVF later, or have a kid now. And we're both kind of like, we've had, like, conversations where we're like, maybe we just don't have kids, because then exactly what you're saying, we're friends with all these people that have kids, and their kids are just there, dude, all the time.
They have to be the center of everyone's attention just for their safety.
I went to my girlfriend's friend had, like, a bonfire cookout the other day, and everyone was like, they were, like, getting drunk and shit, and then, like, a kid fell down, or, like, it started crying, and everyone's just like, what? And you're like, that's a nightmare, dude. I've always said if I have a kid, I'm done drinking.
At least he didn't fall in the fire. Once my brother fell in the fire.
I watched a kid do. Wait, what? How? What did he do?
We were at Darien Lake, and I guess he, like, slipped or something, and his hand just went right in the fire.
How old?
I don't know. He's like 11.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's 12. A bad age. That's a bad age because they kind of understand what's going on. Yeah. Like, if they're so young, they scream about everything. And
I remember like, I was in the tent already. I was sleeping.
Yeah, that's a good move.
And then, like, I just heard everyone freaking the fuck out, and then, take him to the hospital!
Damn, it was that, like, he fell?
Yeah, he had, like, a giant bubble on his hand.
Oh, dude. I remember I used to watch Survivor with my mom.
Yeah.
Dude, remember we watched Survivor?
Oh, that was the end of COVID.
I forgot how good that show was.
Yeah.
But watching that with you reminded me that I used to watch it as a kid. And they aired an episode.
Okay, well, actually, I really wish I could have stayed home and just got the money. But, like...
Oh, COVID?
But, like, having my job may have saved my life just because it was, like, I could get out of the house.
Yeah, dude, I lived half of COVID with a job and half without. And the half without, it was nice to not have... But it would just be, like, I'd wake up at, like, 10... And if anybody in the house decided to ruin their day and just start drinking, I'd be like, well, he's doing it.
And you're like, I guess I'm just stuck with this guy.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, every place I've lived since I've moved out of my parents' house has just been a boarding home for alcoholics and, like, drug addicts.
I think that's just, if you put guys in a house together, it's a halfway house where there's no rules.
Yeah, what were you going to say? I interrupted you.
No, you're good. I used to watch Survivor with my mom. And back then, they would just, like, air shit. They aired an episode where this guy fell into the... Like, he was by the fire and, like, took too deep of a breath and passed out and fell in. And it showed his skin melting on TV. What? And you can look at... I've looked it up since then. And then he just, like, ran into the water. And it was, like, this huge... And I remember being, like, 10 years old, like, oh, that's... Your skin can melt.
Oh, my God.
I didn't know that was a possibility. And it fucked me up. And now I'm like... It's the same way I stay away from water because now I've seen so many people drown.
Hurt.
That's got to hurt.
Melting off.
Yeah.
Yeah, lava is a terrible way to die. Could you imagine? Oh, I heard that your body goes into shock, though.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Fire, I would assume you just don't even... You're just like, oh, my God. Because I've seen dudes on Instagram blow their hand off with fire. Like, my friends send me videos of fireworks just blowing people's hands off, and they just look at it and go like, "Whoa!"
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh, those are the worst ones.
It's crazy. You're just like his life's different.
We went to that one party at 4th of July, and he was blowing fireworks off right at the end of the driveway.
Wait,
this is like during like.
Can you give me a location near our place?
Somewhere near Park Avenue.
Yeah, dude. Oh, this 4th of July, we went to a park, and there was like we were watching the Rochester fireworks, but then in the park, once the real fireworks were over, like local people were setting off their fire, and so everyone stayed a little bit longer. They're like, "Oh, this is nice, like a little mini show." And then all of a sudden, they started rocketing like
towards you guys.
And then we saw a dude jump, like one of the dudes lighting the things jumped over a fence and just started running. And we're like, "We got to get the fuck out of here!" They're like, it was ammunition. And there's just little kids and shit. Yeah. It was nuts.
This party's gone out of control.
Yeah, but just seeing a dude with like baggy pants jump over a fence, like
blow something up, then start running. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
That's nothing good happens after 10 p.m. in Rochester's like Gotham City.
It is. That's true. I remember my dad saying that, like as a kid, like nothing good happens after midnight, and at the time I was like, I feel like only the good things happen after midnight, and then it just takes one night where you go, oh, that
was a bad trip.
This is what he's talking about. The cops are here.
Yeah,
fuck.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring up. I saw. I went on a walk the other day.
Oh, actually.
Oh shit. I thought we went short last time.
Well, I was hammered.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that.
I didn't drink any hard liquor today. Which is, I feel like if I don't turn my life around, it's something I have to say to people all the time. I'm not on the hard stuff.
Speaking of hard liquor, so I last on Thursday, me and my girlfriend went for a walk, and what happened is we hadn't paid our landlord yet. And as soon as we took a step outside of our house, we saw him down the street. So we went a different way, and the different way was towards your house, kind of.
Yeah.
And then we're walking, and my girlfriend goes, "Isn't that your friend?" And I've never been more mad at her. I was like, "My friend?" And then I saw you crossing the street. I go, "Did you just call John my friend?" Like, it's John, but it was you. And then I lifted up my shirt. I like showed my titties. I was like, "Johnny!" And you're just like,
that was the face I made?
No, you didn't make any face. You were just had the headphones in, case of beer, bottle in the other hand, just walking with your like on a mission walk. And then I yelled like twice more. I was like, John, and he kept, and I was so awkwardly close to you that to catch up I would have had to run.
Oh, and so
I was just like, dude,
I wish you knew what kind of day I was having.
It was a bad day.
Well, no, that's, dude, I was telling you, this is what it's like now post COVID, where like someone will just like not acknowledge you, and then but then text you.
Well, that I felt bad about it because I was like, do I call him? But then I was also like, well, we're on a walk. I can't like go hang out. Like and we literally were only walking that way to get away from my landlord, and then we were going to turn around.
You're avoiding. Oh, your landlord was also walking.
Yeah, we were getting where you were was our turnaround point because we were like, all right, we're safe now. And so I was like, well, I'm going to catch up to him and be like, all right. We're headed the other way.
Sorry to let you down.
Yeah, see ya.
I would have been like, let's do a shot here. On the sidewalk, you know, but so yeah, well, I my fucking boss at the Italian restaurant, which he's like right out of The Sopranos. I swear to God, everything he does is like there's
dude,
the shrimp, the panko bread and shrimp is called Bada Bing.
Bro,
Bada Bing shrimp.
I feel
there's a Frank Sinatra room.
I don't know if I hate on Italians on this podcast or in text messages. My brothers, my nephews are technically Italian. I've dated a lot of Italian women. I love the culture. Some of my best friends are Italian. But God, is it annoying that they all think they're in the... It's like, dude, you're not. You're just not.
I'll tell you, this guy... this guy is a very hard dude to read. Truly.
Yeah.
Because he might be like
they all are, but that's what they do. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, are you serious? Like, I'm not gonna. There's, let's say, like
I've known that guy
comedy
for a
club.
very long time. He's a good guy.
Maybe
you know what a good guy means?
What?
That he's killed somebody.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. Everything means something else.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I know that guy. He's a good guy. Which
Even
means I know a murder that he did.
Even Made Man is like, just say it. Just say
they have dinner.
in the
They
mob.
eat dinner together, then they murder each other right after.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And and then they love being attached to just like brutality. Yeah. Well, dude, there was that bar we did shows at called Capone's.
I never did it.
You didn't do that as a show? I swear you were on a show. But, well, regardless.
I stopped getting booked like 5 years ago.
Yeah, but this was 5 years ago, I thought. But maybe not. But anyways, there was a bar called Capone's, and it was just like supposed to be like a nice Italian restaurant, and then they had like pictures of Al Capone. I actually think I said this on the podcast earlier, but what an insane thing to be like. Yeah, we're named after like a guy,
famous gangster that killed people and bootlegged.
Yeah, it's like this is the Bloods Cafe.
They also claim Scarface, but Scarface was Cuban.
That's right. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I guess everyone claims Scarface.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like my black friends always were into Scarface.
Too. Which everyone ignores the part where he started as a dishwasher.
You know what's so funny? I was just talking to somebody the other night about all those movies have blended into one, and I just say I've seen them all, but I think I've only seen like Goodfellas.
Oh yeah. Oh, I never even got to talk about it. State of Grace, Irish mob movie. Irish mob movies are very kind of I find very melancholy. You know why? Because they never have any money.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like. The Italian mob, they have money. They control the unions. The Irish mob work in the unions.
Love of the game, dude.
Yeah.
They just like killing people.
They wear Wrangler jeans and they're all the only girls they get are their second cousins. And
dude. Even what's the most famous one? The knuckle tattoo.
Boondock Saints.
Boondock Saints. I can never remember that name. The Boondock Saints. They're just sleeping on shitty mattresses.
They live in the factory that they work at or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, dude, if you had those skills, put them to anything else.
If you kill someone and you still can't afford a modest home,
kill a banker, dude. Kill somebody with money.
If you're killing people and then spending it all on lotto tickets, that's crazy. Well, I don't know, but
that does describe my life. Like I'll do some dirty, no good shit, but it's not for money.
I tried telling you about this movie, but then when we were drunk, we got sidetracked. But State of Grace, it's so funny.
I wrote that in my phone.
Yeah, it's mother freaking.
We don't swear in this podcast.
Oh shit! I'm so fucked up. He plays fucking. Oh, I gotta edit this part out.
No, just think. We can. I'll do this so you know.
He plays Commissioner Gordon. Don't do the slate again. No. Actually, that's not.
Well, now you'll know where to cut.
Here, let me take another sip of beer. But anyway, there's a scene in the movie where.
It's like you're going through something.
Yeah. I'm happy.
You're like, it's
like it means anything. Like it fucking means anything at all.
You could leave it in and nobody would give a shit.
Yeah. Okay, so but these Irish mob movies are so funny because they're still broken. They're always getting destroyed by the Italian mob just because they just don't have they only own pubs.
Right. Do you think penis length has anything to do with that?
100%.
I think it's gotta.
I think it's proximity to the Mediterranean line.
Yes.
Because Greeks, Italians,
thick. Thick cock.
And much better food.
Yeah.
Much better food, much hotter chicks.
Yeah. Although, did we talk about this before? Yeah. God, I gotta listen to our episodes so I know what we talked about.
Trust me, no, you don't.
But people shit on Irish and British food, and it's fair. I've been there. It sucks. The breakfast, dude.
Yeah. No,
they have the best breakfast.
I'm sorry to do this, but this is exactly what I've been editing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, audio of you saying that is on my computer right now.
I knew it, dude. I knew it. But I don't think it can be overstated.
Yeah.
English breakfast, dude. Beans. I said the exact same thing last time I remember.
Yeah. God damn it. No,
I'm so sorry.
No, State of Grace, dude, you gotta watch this movie. It's hilarious. It's supposed to be a serious movie, but it's, they're fucking, I guess I'll spoil it. There's a scene where, like, their friend, like, got murdered, and they're pulling him out of the water and stuff, and he's like, they freaking murdered him, man! They fucking killed him! They freaking murdered there's a thing where he grabs the shirt.
Yeah.
They freaking killed Joey or Seamus or whatever.
What a funny reaction to death.
So he's freaking he's like, I'm gonna get revenge.
Yeah.
But then he sees his friend like drive slowly by, and he's like, oh hey, can I get a ride to work?
He doesn't have his own automobile, obviously.
But then also be like, oh shit, this guy can give you a ride to work.
Yeah.
Fuck all.
I don't care about my dead friend
anymore enough to get.
Yeah, that's the...
Yeah,
I guess that is the Irish plight of just being like, our life sucks and we're just going to move on immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think, like, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that the Irish gave, like, after the potato famine, I think, like, as soon as potatoes came back, they were like, oh, yeah, it's all good. We'll never talk about that again. Yeah. Write it down for sure, but like we don't need to talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that is because we have small peenies.
Oh yeah. God has to have a sense of humor, right?
Oh yeah. My dad used to tell me that because I would my very religious family, and I would like say something kind of messed up, but it was funny, and my dad would be like, "It's all right. God has a sense of humor." And I go. He's perfect. If he's perfect, he's got a hell of a sense of humor. And then I go, then why are you so stuck up about shit? Why can't you laugh at...
Because I'm not God.
That's actually probably how he...
Because I'm flawed.
My dad... Man. I know I texted this to you, but I'm going to say it. What we were talking about was... me and my parents saw Jerry Seinfeld like a few years ago in Utica, and I saw John Mulaney last night at CMAC. Fantastic, John. If you're watching, you did a great job, dude.
CMAC, you got lawn seats?
No, we got real. My girlfriend bought them a long time ago. We got pretty decent seats. It was a very good show. It was. Yeah. Honestly, I went there thinking I'd be inspired, and I left feeling defeated. I was like, "Oh, really? I'll never be." That was crazy. He's so good.
Wow. Even after the whole story arc of the addiction thing.
Well, because now he's back to like his old self, but he has the freedom of knowing that people know that about him. Yeah. So he did some dark stuff and was like, "You guys know who I am now." Yeah. But then he did a 20-minute bit about his new laundry washing machine.
20 minutes.
Probably at least. And I was like, this has to be the closer because it just kept getting like, and then it got like a big round of applause, and then he did like a half hour after that, and I was like, how is that not... Anyways, he's so good.
If he did an hour just on a washer,
he probably could have, dude. It was so impressive.
Wow. I wish I could have seen it.
But yeah, it was really good. But I was telling my dad about it, and he's like, did you learn anything? He's a dad, so he has to be like, well, why did you didn't just enjoy entertainment, did you? You learned something, surely.
That's doing too much. When he goes out to get a sandwich, is he like? He's like,
how is this prepared?
Does the cook have a relationship with the Lord?
Yeah, kinda, yeah. But he was like asking me what I learned, and I just like gave him like the which is true. Every time there's like a big headliner like that, I'm always so impressed with when they open like about the town. Yeah. I'm always so impressed at how good the jokes are, and like how specific. Like he was making jokes about like how none of us were probably from there, and we all drove in, and then he was making jokes about like there's like this monument in in Canandaigua. He was like, I'm glad you guys, it's named Canandaigua after Native Americans, and I'm glad you guys like gave them some honor. You gave them a monument where they're just standing there, like, because that is what it's just like this. But anyways, so I was telling my dad about that, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember Jerry Seinfeld did that. Remember he was like, you guys are probably thinking Utica. Why the H am I in Utica?" My dad, he wouldn't say how. Just me and him, father and son. He couldn't say hell in front of me.
Dude,
isn't that crazy?
Does he get a temper at all?
Oh, my dad, yeah.
But he doesn't swear?
I've never heard my dad swear my life.
You've seen him get extremely angry and rage and yell.
I've seen my dad like ready to punch a hole through a wall, and he'll say, "Gosh darn it all." And it's more terrifying because you go, damn, he's got that part under control and he doesn't have this under control.
I think some things may have happened in Phoenix. I think he hung out with some financial bros and they took him to like one of those weird parties.
Yeah, well,
where he's like,
he told me a story once of yeah, I'm gonna tell it. He told me a story once of when he was at his apartment in Phoenix, and he was at the pool, and it was just him and there's another guy like across the pool, and they both were drinking beers, and the guy just started like talking to him like across. He was like, "Oh, you from here, bro?" And then my dad ran out of beers, and the guy was like, "I see you're out of beer. Do you want to drink a beer at my apartment?" And my dad was like, "Sure." My dad used to be fun time. Yeah. And my dad went back to this dude's apartment, and then they're sitting on the couch, and the dude put his legs over my dad.
Whoa!
And my dad, this is a story I've been told since my childhood, and I remember being like, my dad's so cool. And now I think about it, I'm like, Jesus, bro. My dad grabbed the dude and put him against the wall and just cocked his arm back and was like, "Don't ever do shit like that again." And he would tell us that story, and I'm like, I think he might have fucked that guy.
Yeah, because I would have never told that story to anybody.
Right?
Because, yeah, that's so funny because, like, there's, like, no, everyone overthinks the part where he got tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, oh, that exactly. As a kid, you're like, oh, my dad doesn't put up with shit. And then you're like, what a weird thing to
why did you go with that guy?
Just leave, dude. Yeah. Why'd you stay?
Yeah, they finished the 12-pack.
He goes, don't do that again. Now let's sit back down. But then...
I'm always hearing... because I had a professor at MCC tell another story about how when he was hitchhiking in the fucking 80s.
Yeah, it's them being like, I'm not gay.
Yeah,
I swear.
Or like, I'll beat up a gay guy.
Yeah, that's how I'm not gay, and I'll fight a guy.
Yeah, which is like, I would have never told. There's stories I'll never tell.
Yeah, of course. Well, of course. Yeah, but that's because it's like, I feel actual shame about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but I've tried to do this line and say, I guess I don't really have anything to follow it up with, but I thought this would be funny. I guess because I know my dad, but I always say like, my dad I've never heard my dad swear. He has no vices. My dad doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He has zero vices. There's no weird, and my line is like, he's got no vices at all, which makes me think it's a scary one. Like that he's hiding from us. Because it's like, you gotta have something, you know?
Maybe he's like I don't know. Like he's got some sort of Unabomber situation going.
Dude, I dream of the day that I don't dream of the day he dies, but I do dream of the day that we like find just a shoebox full of letters from some guy. And I'm like, oh, that's
Dale
why.
from Phoenix.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Oh, I went to one Bills game, and it's so much better to watch on TV because you get.
I just think about holding in a piss. The whole time people are just holding in a pee. And it's cold.
Hold in a pee, and then when you do pee, you go to a trough with...
It's Firehouse Saloon times 1,000.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. And you're blacked... Because you have to get there at like 6 a.m. for like a 1 p.m. Game.
Yeah.
So you're just fully blacked out like... I have to piss. You just start pissing your pants. Yeah, it's hellish. But, I mean, it's a fun... I could do it like maybe once a year, just some game that you don't really give a shit about. Like, yeah, we'll go blackout at on a Sunday.
If I was given like a free ticket and also a ride there,
that's exactly what happened with me. I was like, I'm not going to pay for
shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy $12 beers for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. And then they stop selling them at halftime because they know, like, if they keep selling them, it's bad news. But then you're like, I've been drinking.
So all these guys are coming down right now.
Yeah.
They're sobering up.
Sobering up from a 6 a.m. start of just
that's even
hot dogs.
So they're now just having caffeine. They're getting hyper.
Yeah.
They're getting violent.
Yeah, it's bad. And I remember I came back from the only Bills game I've been to. I got back. We left at like 5:30 in the morning. Started drinking at like 6:30, and then by the time I got home, it was like 9 at night. And I lived with my parents at the time. I went in their hot tub, and I was in like a 103-degree hot tub. Yeah, freezing cold, shivering.
Oh, still.
It was just like my body
in the car.
Dude, my body was just like all of the drinking and like all that. It just fucked my body. Didn't know what was going on, and I was just shivering in a hot tub like, oh my god, it sucked. But they won, they beat the 49ers, and that's important.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't even know, who are they playing against today?
The Baltimore Ravens.
Oh yeah.
Which is my best friend's favorite team, which is infuriating. Because I was trying to tell my dad today, because my dad was telling me how, which I also get annoyed by, like if somebody's born and raised here and they just randomly are a fan of some team from a different city.
Because like some player that they like or something like that.
Or like in my friend Josh's case, he just like when he started following football, the Ravens were the best team. I'm like, yeah, that's easy. You don't get to just like pick the best team.
Yeah, so
you have to be.
They're not really the best team anymore.
You got to just be like, oh, I was born. The closest team is the Bills. That's my team, and I'll just be depressed for the rest of my life. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But these motherfuckers, they.
Yeah,
they just choose a good team.
I don't think people choose the Bills really.
No, nobody's ever like now they are because everyone loves Josh Allen and shit. But
we needed that Guardian. We needed the Chris Pratt.
Yeah. You need
Galaxy.
You need a handsome, wholesome guy to be like, yeah, us blue collar boys, we love that guy.
He's gonna like slip up and say hell.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah, I was throwing that pass and I said, "What the hell?" And your dad's gonna turn that TV
Actually,
off.
he already like when he got drafted, they leaked like his like middle school tweets. No, his middle school tweets. I think he said like the N-word and
people are going back to middle school.
Dude,
tweets.
That's what sucks about people this age. Like Josh Allen is. What year were you born? 96. That's the same. So imagine if they could get a hold of your, like if you were.
Oh, people are going to. We have 10 subscribers.
Yeah, but the thing is, at least you're like he's like his whole thing is like he's just like a good guy, and then they're like, oh, you said some like weird shit. Yeah. And you're like, yeah, dude. When you're a teenager, you don't think you're gonna be famous. Yeah.
Look what he said.
Yeah.
But that's what they warned you in. I remember at school they were like, be careful of your social media because colleges and employers always look at it.
That's so funny. That's the cutoff because I didn't.
I remember this one moving company I worked for in the truck. He was like, so you do stand-up comedy on our first day, and I was
he knew that before you said it.
He looked me up.
Oh shit.
He looked me up, and I was like, dude, this is moving.
Yeah.
Everyone's on like crack and shit.
Yeah. That's so weird that he found that out though.
Well, he looked me up.
I know, but like if you just search your name, stand up comes up?
No, because
Facebook.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, if you Google my name, a hockey player comes up. So
my Facebook profile is just always just me holding a microphone.
Yeah, mine too.
They're like, do you do stand up? I'm like,
no, I sing. I sing my heart out.
From karaoke.
Yeah. It is. We've talked about this before too, but like when people find out that you do stand up, they just start talking different around you.
Or tell me a joke.
Well, what I've noticed is they like if they don't know that you do stand-up, they talk to you and like they'll tell you a story and you're like, all right. And then they find out you do stand-up and they're like, oh, I have a story. And then all of a sudden that story is 25 minutes long and they're like, so here I was, right? Here I was. And I'm like, you don't got to do this, dude. Just tell the story. Yeah. I'm not going to use they think they're like, maybe he could use this.
I mean, they've also been like trying to make me laugh, and I'll try something, and they have the same reaction. They're just
dude, I'm trying to write a joke about that. Yeah. I've never been funny at any of my jobs because they'll be like, "Oh, you do stand up? Tell me a joke," and then I say a joke, and they're like, "Jesus," and I'm like, "Yeah, if I was on a stage, that would have been like." I'm not gonna say some like weird dark shit to you at our job. Well,
at this one kitchen I worked at, the chef was always like, dude, you gotta do stand up. And it's like, so you're gonna let me leave right now? I can tonight.
Yeah. There's an open mic right now.
I can go right now.
Yeah. He's like, well, no, not on my time.
Yeah. And so then I quit and I did stand up.
Yeah. No, that's, well, I will say, thank God that there's like a stand-up boom right now because I genuinely think that's the only reason I have a job because my boss thinks it's so cool and
really
I'll like miss work because I got
if that's the reason you because you're
he knows I'm not gonna like he'll tell me like some fucked up shit and I'm just like oh that's kind of funny and I can tell he's just like all right I can just tell this kid whatever he's not gonna like report it. I'm like anything you say to me is not it's not gonna do anything to my radar. He's like that girl's got a fat ass. Huh? She does. In fact she does.
They always take it too far.
Every story he's told me I'm like if I really wanted to I could just tear this company apart right now. I would never. Shouts out my company.
Yeah, so I always thought it was bullshit when they're like employers and colleges will do research your social media.
Yeah. No, they do though. They do because you know the joke I have about how I got fired from a job and then I knew a kid that interviewed for it and they asked if he knew me. That same dude in that same job process, he posted on Twitter like I hate like at interviews they act like I don't know I forget what it said like
they hate on my friend Sean Day.
No,
he's awesome. Fuck you.
I wasn't involved. It was just like a tweet that was like, I mean the kid's kind of a dickhead. So, but his tweet was just like, employers interviewing you think they know shit and that blah blah blah, and then my old boss who he was trying to get a job from commented on it and was like, be careful, you never know who's watching. And he sent it to me and I was like, God damn, dude, they're all over everything.
That must have been I hope that was a recent tweet.
It was
because if that was
it was like he tweeted it after that job interview and then she looked up he's an idiot.
If it was a tweet from like 5 years ago
right
it's like, oh, you did a deep dive, you're crazy.
Right, true, but it still proves like she's
so the interview was probably kind of awkward. So he's like, you know, like when you interview and then like, as soon as you get in your car you know that they're not going to call you back it's like, and you don't even want to work there either.
Well, the fact that they asked him, do you know he's probably like, all right, I'm fucked, because I think he was like, yeah, I kind of know him. Like we went to school together, and they're like, yeah, you're out. That's that's it. Which hilarious. Is very funny to me to be like, if you know him at all, you're out.
Are you a member of the Bloods?
Yeah. They didn't ask him that.
Yeah, no, that the worst gang of all. Sean, all right. Maybe we should stop doing the podcast. I don't know.
How many have we done? How much time have we done?
You know what's so sad? This is the episode 50 extravaganza.
Oh yeah,
and we're both just
episode 50.
Yeah.
No, that's all right. But have we done? I forget. This is our third take, right?
Yeah, we probably do one more after this. Unless you want to wrap it up right now.
No. We can do another one.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something. I went to the gym today. And the coach. So I got high. And
before?
Yeah, I smoked weed.
It's terrifying.
So I kind of like. It's the only time I actually feel weed is when I'm about to go to MMA gym because I'm like, oh fuck, I'm high right now. I think the fun part of getting high, I feel like, is like being like, oh fuck, I'm so high.
Yeah. I couldn't disagree more, but I get it.
But
because that's all I feel. I'm just like, I gotta lay down now.
Yeah,
I gotta lay down right now.
So all this guy does is yell at me, right? He's just always yelling at me about shit. And then so usually I can. He's sitting at the desk, and I can just like I can be like, hey, and then
right.
But I was walking. We were both in the hallway. And he goes, hey, what's up? And I was just like,
no, I'm not. No.
Yeah, I immediately stared at the floor, and I just went, and I put the code in for the bathroom, and I was like, oh, shit.
No, it wasn't a bomb.
And
it was like, what?
You know what? I went to the urinal, and I couldn't go.
Dude, that's happened to me multiple times.
I was like, this dude's in my head right now. I was like, he's like, I can't. I'm too scared to take.
You know when you're like your wiener starts inflating, so you know there's pee in there. Like it's like a water balloon that's still attached to the nozzle, and it's just like growing but soft, and you're like, I know there's pee in there, and you just can't go. Holy hell, dude!
Dude, I've definitely pulled up in small bathrooms, like, there's another. I'll pull up in the urinal right next to it and just stood there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, fuck, does this guy think I'm some sort of freak right now?
Dude, if there's not a divider, that's happening to me 100% of the time.
Yeah.
If there's a guy right next to me, I don't care how bad I have to go, it'll just go back inside me.
It sucks to be like, oh, I hope this dude's not thinking anything about
I know.
this.
Sometimes I'll say, if I'm in the right headspace, I'll be like, damn, dude, I can't pee. You're next to me. And then I'll just start peeing.
You try to put your leg over?
Yeah, I go, can you give this thing a tug?
Yeah. Gonna hit the pool?
Yeah.
Poolside?
Could be towards the bottom.
I'm just here to burn off all the spaghetti that I eat.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say to you earlier. That's why I brought up the story of seeing you.
Yeah.
Is you looked just like a jacked guy. I thought you were just like some brolic guy.
I thought I looked... How do I put it? I thought I had a huge ass. I was like,
that's part of being jacked. You got to have a huge ass.
That's not part of being jacked.
Yeah, it is, dude. Squats. Why do you think people do squats?
Well, no, it was so funny because after the day I had, to be like, to have someone videotape you and show you send you a video. I'm like, I know. I'm a paparazzi. But it's not the first. You filmed me before.
I've done it before.
Like I'm always walking with alcohol. It's always a scandal.
In my defense, every time I videoed you, it's because you didn't respond to me, and then I felt embarrassed. Yeah. So I'm like, I gotta do something.
But it's so fucked. It's always days where I'm tuning the world out.
Well, that makes sense.
And it's always the person.
I know. I've never seen you in our neighborhood. Ever before. Yeah.
Well, it's like that's so funny to be like, because I didn't go to the gym that day. I after work I was like, all right, I'm just gonna get a bottle and a fucking 12-pack and like just get hammered and delete the day. Yeah. And then like I immediately was like, oh, is this what it looks like when I make these decisions? Just like.
Double. The 2-armed carry. Farmers carrying liquor.
Fucking Pueblo Viejo and Jenny Light. Like at least it's Jenny Light.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be awesome if the box broke and all the cans fell.
It would have been great if you had a 12-pack of Natty Daddies. Too.
Oh, dude.
I love Natty Daddies, dude. I don't know if I love them or if I just have because there was a time in my life where I was so poor, I'd be like, oh, I have $1. I can get a Natty Daddy. So I taste it and I go,
how much was Jenny Black? Jenny Black had
$1. Dude. A tall, a 24-ounce can of 9% alcohol. It's for the homeless.
When I was... Right before COVID, when we first moved into the fucking... the Me Too mansion. Yeah. The fucking... so my car, instead of buying a tire, I just fill it full of air. It'd like deflate.
Yeah.
Oh, so like on Fridays, my tradition would be like, I'd go to the gas station, fill my tires with air, and then buy 2 Jenny Blacks.
Yes, dude.
And then so I'd work at the warehouse unloading trucks and doing inventory and shit.
Yeah.
And then I'd drive to my job washing dishes.
Yeah.
In like the craziest kitchen ever, but I would slam 2 Jenny Blacks.
Dude, that was my...
And then like I'd just be like kind of drunk, like burping. And, dude, drinking 2 big beers... Like you're so
just
bloated,
a belly full,
and you feel kind of good,
and it's like syrupy beer because it's like it's malt liquor or whatever. I just associate the taste of Jenny Black and Natty Daddies was like, oh, I'm about to go into an open mic where I have no money, and those were the best days of my life. When when we were just starting out, and I would just be like, well, I'm going into a dive bar. I can't just be like a sober guy, so I just sit in my car and chug a Natty Daddy and be like, how is everybody? You guys all good?
The damage that must do to your stomach.
Yeah, you could feel it happening. You could feel like you're like, all right, there's things going wrong inside.
White Claw surges are bad too.
Oh yeah, those feel worse. Yeah. Those feel worse because they have the same malt thing, but without the disguise of like beer flavor. Yeah. It's just water with malt liquor.
Cancer water.
Yeah, it's like drinking like a triple vodka soda, and you're just like, oh my god. But they are, dude.
If you need to get drunk,
did you go through? I don't remember if I was living with you when I went through this phase. The Truly iced teas. Did you ever drink those?
I drank those. The iced teas were kind of heavy. I feel like
they were so delicious though. But I had like every year on my Snapchat, I get a memory of me alone in Phoenix, and it's just me holding a shotgun can of iced tea Truly, and I go, man, I was in a dark place.
We were in such a But it's at least we got through it now.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
My biggest problem is I still get those goddamn Grubhubs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, dude, it's impossible.
I know I'm getting one later.
I know. Well, I keep getting notifications for an Instacart that my girlfriend put together, and I know I'm gonna go home and it's gonna be like 17 yogurts, and then she's gonna be like, "Can you pitch in for?" I'm like, "Why did you buy yogurt? You don't eat it."
You know what's so funny? Every time I get Instacart, I never want any of the stuff that gets dropped off.
Yeah, of course. Well, because
I don't want a can of tuna.
Yeah, because when you do Instacart, you're in the right mind, and then it arrives, and you go, "Oh no, I like fun deliveries."
What is this, kale? What is this, spinach?
I don't want, if it's at my doorstep, I want it to be Taco Bell.
Raw chicken breast.
Yeah,
you have to cook this.
Yeah, that does suck because Instacart is like, it's all the rush of a Grubhub, but then you have to do everything, and it's healthy.
Dude, but there's something so awesome about cooking in the kitchen and making like a nice meal for yourself.
There is. It's the cleaning that gets me.
Yeah, cleaning. I always clean the next day.
Yeah, me too, unfortunately. Or I go, well, I cooked, so you have to, and then she doesn't, and then she does the next day, and I go, that's fine, but our kitchen smells like shit
well, that's the nice thing to be like, this place sucks, and then you go to work.
Yeah, you go, it's not my problem anymore. I'm not there.
Yeah. Okay, so, all right. What do I want to improve on? Editing the podcast. I had to scramble to find extra SD cards because I'm currently in the editing process, but in my defense, this show sucks. Yeah. And I should be doing other things.
Dude, next time I place an Amazon order, I'll buy a bunch of SD cards.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd rather shitty, cheap SD cards than buying ones with a lot of storage that get corrupted because you don't eject them properly.
And then you're furious because you're like, this was $50.
That was $50.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like, technology sucks.
It does, dude. It's fucking my life up.
And it's like, I'm not going to take out more student loans and then like cut my hours at work so I can take another, which I took sound engineering. And I forgot fucking everything. Yeah, but
that's the same way, like, I went to school for marketing, and we had, like, a class on social media, and all of that's out the window because it's all
obsolete now.
It's all obsolete. Yeah, so you're like, all right, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn something that literally 2 years later didn't matter.
But you have a degree, so you can make a couple dollars more than everybody else.
That's genuinely the only purpose of a degree is to be like,
just get paid a little bit more.
Yeah, like you have to pay me more. I have a degree.
I can afford a car loan.
Yeah,
I can afford to pay $400 a month.
It really is insane. I always say if I had a kid, I would be like, you don't get to go to college unless you already know what job you want and that job requires a college degree. Otherwise, you're not going. Why would you do that?
You got to get them into MMA fucking Kazakhstan style.
No, I got to get them into opening children's toys on YouTube while they're kids.
Somehow,
and then that's what you do for the rest of your life.
Yeah. All right, something I'm looking forward to. I don't know. Better date. I don't know. There's really
the sun to rise again.
Sauce.
Yeah. Ooh, a nice sauce.
The only thing I really have in my life right now is at work. I just dip bread in sauce every couple hours. And
when I worked at an Italian restaurant, it was the same thing. It was an olive oil with balsamic and like salt and pepper, and you dip the bread in there. And you go, oh, my life is okay.
Yeah. It really is screaming and like threatening people, and then being like, all right, here's a chicken parm.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man.
Yeah. You go, all right.
So bad. And then something. What
to improve or no?
I didn't improve on something grateful for. Gratitude.
It's so funny to forget. Like, what's the other one? Oh yeah, what am I? Yeah, grateful.
I've kind of fallen off the.
No, I'm the same way every single week. I forget.
Yeah, I guess 50 episodes. Sorry for the most lackluster 50.
Oh yeah, no, this was a banger.
Yeah. No, I mean we were the mics were hot last week. We recorded for like almost an hour and a half.
That's true. You know why? Because we had Monday off, so in the back of my head, I was like, tomorrow don't matter.
Yeah.
And now all I'm thinking about is fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so what about you?
I'll start with grateful. I'm grateful for the change of weather. Right now, it's about 70 degrees out. Nothing better.
It's pretty.
You
nice.
go outside, you don't have to wipe your balls down with a towel after. It's pretty nice. What am I looking forward to?
Wiping?
God. Yeah.
That's so funny that your balls sweat that much. Because my balls usually stick. They don't really sweat. So to be like...
Oh, brother.
To be like, this is dripping like my forehead.
Crazy. No, they do. My balls... And it's a smell that it's not even like a bad smell. It's just like, what is that?
Aroma.
And I'm like, yeah, that's my balls. But what am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the fall in general because historically, the fall in comedy and when I was single, it was all of a sudden that's when girls started. I think because I look better with more clothes on.
Oh yeah, me too, 100%.
Yeah,
I'm
so
a flannel.
You start covering up, and
I'm definitely a '90s guy.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to being a hot guy again for a couple months. And also, I think comedy is better in the fall because in Rochester, people look forward to the sun so much that they're like, I'm not going inside ever.
Yeah.
So comedy's going to
go to the beach.
Yeah.
Dumb shit.
Charlotte Beach. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Improve on finance.
Yeah.
Brother, every time I have $1 saved, my car goes...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right, dude. You're gonna need that $1 plus 1,000 more.
Yeah, I can relate. It's like what Shane Gillis said. It's always $1,200.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. I paid $300 for them to be like, I think we fixed it, and then 2 weeks went by and my car's fucked again. So I have to call them tomorrow and go, do you guys remember when you made me pay $300 for literally nothing?
It's like driving around for what? To where?
Yeah, and that's the other annoying thing is I don't drive them. I drive down the road to work and back. Most of the time, that's all the driving. Once in a while, I have to take an hour trip to a gig.
Yeah.
Just
surely your car
get my car to do that. That's all I need. But yeah, that's what I'm improving at. Is that did I say all three?
Yeah, that's all three. Very beautiful. Yeah, I had to shout out all my tips that I made this summer to fix my car, and it's still making that terrible squeaking sound. Yeah, my mechanic goes, "Oh yeah, just spray your tires." That's with the garden
crazy.
hose.
That's crazy. But it's also one of those things where you go, I know the noise is bad, but it's not doing anything. But I know it's going to be an issue. Yeah, and then they're like, "Yeah, it's not an issue," and you go, Yeah, but you guys make money when it is, so you don't care.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah. Here's to episode 51. We got fat. Our life sucks.
Yeah, our life.